Hey, Miss Daria. How are you, girl? Hey, Katie. How are you? How y'all both doing tonight? How is everyone doing tonight? How's your day been? Today I had a good day. Um, just was outside chilling with the family, putting on the grill today. It was a good day. How was y'all day today? Anything interesting happen? If y'all hear the little tapping, that's the rain, the sound that I love, which in my soul, I feel like I'm gonna go to sleep early tonight. Maybe not, but tomorrow I have chemo tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to go to bed at a reasonable time tonight. My day is good, knowing your day is good. Oh man, Katie, but don't let don't let somebody else's day affect your day. You should have a good day in spite of. Sometimes people need you to have a good day in spite of the day that the day that they have. But I got you. But yeah, I wanted to come on tonight, just like kick the breeze. Tomorrow is chemo, and those days are like unpredictable. But I must say they've been going very, very well these past few. I don't know, like the days be running together. It's like I was trying to figure out the other day. It's like, what number am I on? I know that this is going to be round number 10 of chemo, but I'm trying to remember how many how many I've been on. I don't have to look that far because I be having my paperwork, but don't nobody be wanting to go through no paperwork. Um, to try and figure out. But I do think this was like number 4 on this particular chemo. I want to say I'm not sure, but let me see. I started on the fourth. It's like one, two, and then three and four. So this gonna be the fourth. This gonna be the fourth chem, chemotherapy for the new chemo that I'm on. But y'all, there's a such thing as when you have cancer, and you're doing chemo. They call it like you got chemo. It's almost like a brain fog or something like that. So I don't know. I could go back in my videos, and because each time I go to chemo, I always take y'all along with me, and make videos and everything, like to show y'all like some of the things that may happen, or just to show you how the day went in chemo or whatever. But yeah, Diddy, I did you right on up out of here. Goodbye. Um, so I usually when I go to chemo, I usually take y'all with me, and it's kind of like documenting like what's happening during this time that I'm going through chemo. So I need to go back in my videos and find out. This is either going to be uh, chemo session number 11 or 10. I think it's 10 though. Everything running together or whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, usually And it's a good thing that I'm documenting this because even though I ain't where I want to be, I sure ain't where I used to be. Because prior to this new chemo that I'm on, um, it was dreadful coming up on the day of chemo. Um, very scary, very sick, very anxious, and everything because you're taking yourself somewhere to just go and make yourself sick. So it's like you want to avoid it with everything in you or whatever. And now it's like this new one that I'm on now is like, okay, let's just go ahead and get this over with. And, because it's like it's a breeze or something like that. But, I saw your post. It made me smile. Oh, yeah. My granddaughter has that effect of like she constantly saying stuff all the time. And it's like she doesn't change. Uh, I remember in the beginning, she's a little something. She's only 6 years old. But it's like, I don't know where she get her information from, but she's just like, well, mom, because she called me once. She was like, you, you say that you have cancer. She was like, but usually people that have cancer, they don't have any hair. So she didn't understand that it's like a process that you go through, that it's like a process that you go through. And so as I'm going through this process, just showing her a little bit at a time, how your hair comes out a little bit. And I was telling her that I'm doing pretty good with the hair falling out. Well, that was with the chemo that I was previously taking. But as I got to this new chemo, that chemo did not play around with the removal of the hair. And so it was like 20 days in and all of it was gone. And my granddaughter was like, oh, okay. So today she bought me a flower and she's kind of like, Mom, here's your flower. And usually when she bring me a flower, I always push it into my hair. And she was like, Louise, you was in here last night and you know doggone well there is no filter at all. Let me see what it look like to put a filter on. I've never. There you go. That's the filter right there. I still feel like I look the same way. There's a filter. That's a retouch or whatever it is that you want to call it. Got no filter. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You come in here. You come in here. Tried it, Luis. Remove. Can you remove the filter, please? Right? Okay. Okay, Luis. Yeah, it's the real deal. There's no filter. No filter over there, but shout out to the ones who do be using it. They got it on here for free for you to use it. So I guess rock out. But she bought me the flower and I was like, well, I can't put it in my hair no more. And she was like, of course not, mom. You don't have any hair anymore. She was like, but still, you deserve flowers. I was like, okay, then I gotta figure out another way to do it that I can. And she was kind of like off to the side, looking at me take the picture. And she was like, but yeah, she always, even during the time when I wasn't going outside and everything, she would come every day because she used to going out to the garden with me every single day. And she started to come and she was like, Mom, you ready to go to the garden today? And when I tell her we're not going to the garden today, she was like, almost like, I have an idea. Then she would say, well, Mom, it's been about a week now. You haven't been out to the garden. You haven't been outside. Like, is everything okay? So she kind of keep you like on your toes, like um, thinking about the decisions and things that you making and everything as you go along. So yeah, it's good to have her. She'll remind you in a heartbeat, you know, to stay with it, mom. Don't do that. Don't do that. Or then she wanna match you to sleep. She call it goldfish, but it's just matching playing match. But yeah, I just kind of I'm very thankful for the difference that's in me going to chemo now versus just a couple of months ago, how it was for me to the nights before. Is like you can I have to go back and look at some of the videos and just see. And I hate going back and looking at my old videos because whatever was going on inside of me when I did those videos or whatever, if I was sad in that video, it's almost like I can be right back in that place again. I can feel or any hurt, sadness, or whatever. But if I was happy in that video, then I'm straight. But yeah, if I feel any kind of hurt in any of my videos, it's like going back and taking myself back through that same thing over again. And so, you know, I pretty much don't go back and venture to those places. Yes, Gypsy Crusader. Um, huh. Hey, TT, you're the only slow one that had to come in here and announce it out loud because the only thing I see on this screen is me and my bald head, and I still absolutely love it. But if you ain't careful, Gypsy Crusader, tomorrow you can wake up and be on your way to being bald if you don't play your cards right. Y'all see, moderators, when y'all see somebody who just says something like this, and it's a true thing. Let them stay there for just a little bit, so I can be able to say to them what it is that I want to say, and then once I finish saying what I want to say to them, you can get rid of them. You can get rid of them. But Gypsy Crusader, make sure you be careful that you don't be on your way to having this beautiful bald head that you can't make me cry. But I just like to let you know that the reason I have this bald head is because I also have cancer. Make sure you know how to move around. All right. Hey TT, how you doing? How are you? Y'all know I have to get them every now and then. The trolls come in and they play or whatever. It's like you better. In my opinion, I think they better be glad that they can't or they haven't made me cry because if you make me spill any tears, then I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. But whatever I got to say, I can say it with a smile. You're not gonna change my mood because you come in and you call me bald headed. Do you know I got some? Do you know I got my son to go ahead and cut my hair off and make me bald, so I don't have to sit around and just watch it just fall out? And I'm still good with me. I'm still good with me. I still love me. I still like me. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing. And with that note, even though me and my husband is not on the greatest of um, terms, tomorrow's my anniversary. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. That's so sweet. I'm gonna cry. Page chat. Okay, we did all of that. Cancer awareness. Tell them, Phoenix, how you doing? And thank you, Phoenix, for all of the blessings tenfold to you and the ones that handed it over to you. Thank you very, very kindly. Thank you. Yeah, Katie, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, Abigail, love you right back. How do you become a moderator? Katie, it's stick around for a while. I have quite a few of them, and I have to. like I have to know that like you're gonna be here, and I trust you. It's not that easy to trust people online or whatever, but just stick around and you will see. Hey, Big Rich, thank you very, very much for that tenfold to you. I wish you well in your journey. Thank you very, very much for that. And I have a thing that I say over here tenfold to you for the things that you, the prayers and things that you send up for me. May they come back to you 10 times what it is that you gave to me, or whatever prayer you sent up for me. In His Son's Jesus' name. Thank you very kindly. Tashanna, you look beautiful with your bald head. Thank you, TT. See, if the trolls knew how to say it like that, they would already know. But since he got to come over here and make it like you tearing me down by calling me bald headed, they must don't even know. They must don't even know. Ball? Of course I'm ball. Thank you, TT, though. Trolls better leave. Yeah, it's the wrong place for him. You look stunning. Thank you, Abigail Carpenter. Um, I'm sending hugs. Hi there, everyone. Peace and love. Yeah, Big Rich, thank you very much for that. This is random support. I wish you well, and I'm sending love in your direction. May the Father bring you through this journey. Absolutely. Just what I said, Big Rich. Thank you very much for sending up the prayers and everything. I appreciate it. um, Let me see. Passing through. Much love. Thank you, Rose Raider. Um, Thank you so much. But yeah, tomorrow is chemo day. I feel good. I don't feel that, those nights. It's a couple of people that's already in here that know it's like the night before chemo. I used to be very, very anxious. Just the pure anxiousness of knowing that you're gonna be sick when you come back the way that I was. And usually I'm in a wheel. Tomorrow I would be in a wheelchair. By tomorrow, after chemo, and these last couple of chemos that I've been through, I haven't touched a wheelchair in quite some time now, and that is amazing all in itself, because I was riding in wheelchairs in more ways than one. In one way, coming from out of chemo, and in the other way, because every time I went to chemo, I ended up in the hospital. So that's a plus. And what I've been since I've been on this new chemo since August 4th, I have not, praise the Lord, been in the hospital. But there's plenty of videos of me that's like ever since January, I've been back and forth in the hospital, back and forth in the hospital. I think between January and now, I think I've had a total of probably anywhere from 10 to 15 hospital stays that I've had in between those times. So I'm grateful that I'm off of that kind of cycle, and now I'm just trying to stay away from everybody at these different colds and everything. Y'all got colds and stuff going around like strep throat, um, flu, pneumonia, and all of that stuff. Anybody got that going on in their area? That's what we got going on a lot around here. So far, so good. I done skipped through. I done skipped through everybody, everybody that's here with me. Everybody been sick except for me. And I hope and pray to keep it that way. I just already said, if I get any inkling that I'm trying to get any kind of sick, I'll be calling my doctor with the quickness. Hey, You said you want to keep me out of the hospital. I want to stay out of the hospital. Uh, Thank you very much, Katie. But this is what I'm gonna say to you, Katie. I like you being around, and I really don't. I really don't speak in ways um that I would say you couldn't sit in the room with me while I did talk or whatever. But my channel is not catered to kids. Um, though I have a lot of them, and I've raised a lot of kids. I've raised 14 children. Um, this is not a channel for kids. Um, and that doesn't mean that you have to. In my opinion, you don't have to go anywhere or anything like that. But if you're gonna stay and listen, then don't put in here that you 12 that you 12 years old. And because I wouldn't want anybody to come along and disrespect you or anything, and I wouldn't want you to be like in here of a conversation that's going on that kids shouldn't really be involved in. So, Katie, I thought you were older than that, but thank you very much. You're very well spoken for a 12-year-old. Katie, you're wonderful, and I agree. Praying for complete healing in Jesus' name. Amen. I know I just want you to know that I show my support without it sounding rude. Yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for that. I thought about it last night when you were saying your mom said it was time for you to go to bed. So, hopefully whatever it is that you're doing, like your mom approve of, you being in our chat and stuff. But I am here to tell you that this is definitely made for a more mature crowd, Katie. But yeah. What does that mean, Corey? What does that mean, source? It was almost just like being like I heard the bell, light, light worker for divine above in spirit, love and light to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, I just don't like to pretend like I know what something means. I like to ask questions so that there's an understanding between you and the other person instead of assuming like you just know whatever going on. When I don't understand something that somebody writes somewhere, I'm just like, what does that mean? Hey, Bob Sparrow, how are you today or tonight? One or the other. Hey, you can hear the rain. It ain't really raining. It's not really raining hard, but it is raining. To me, like right now, it's just like sprinkling. Well, yeah, but it's just a Hey, Miss Parker, how are you? It's just they got a tin roof, so you can hear you can hear the rain hit it just like I like it. I like to hear the noise of the rain. And I don't know. I told y'all last night. It's like I go in people's people who I'm subscribed to. I don't really like if I'm just like getting to know you or whatever. I'll probably go over into your chat and then I say something in the chat. But like when I don't really be feeling like doing a lot of talking or whatever, it's just like I sometimes I'm just sitting right there in the bushes and I'm watching everybody's lives and everything like that. And I don't know, some kind of way, just while I'm in there, it's just like whoever's chat that I'm in or whatever, or whoever's um live that I'm in or whatever, I'm usually just sitting there, and all of a sudden I hear somebody start talking about me. And the day I was sitting there and I was just listening, um, and it wasn't about me, but it is very heartwarming when I go somewhere and I'm sitting there and I'm not expecting anybody to say anything about me. I'm just going to listen to them, and whatever it is that they're talking about, just to show support and everything, because I appreciate the support that is being shown to me. And when I go there, then I'm sitting there and then I start to be a part of the discussion. And it's just very heartwarming. So at that point, it's like I feel like I need to say something, that I'm sitting in there, and I had been already sitting in there. And so one of it's happened like for the past 2 weeks. It's like I've been everybody's chat that I'm sitting in um, is always saying something about me, and then I just feel like, okay, let me let them know that I sit here and heard them. And so I was in Phoenix's chat yesterday, and she just began to talk about me. Or was that earlier today? Y'all know I say my time be one, but anyways, it was just very heartwarming to just hear her, talk and say the things that she was saying, and I appreciate that. Y'all, make sure y'all showing support to Phoenix. She has a channel herself, and go over and check her out. She's very heartwarming, and she has a story herself. So, um, but thank you, Phoenix. Thank you very much. Do you prefer reading something or watching something? I think I got a good balance of that. At one point I used to love to read more than I watch anything, and then it changed to something else. So it's like it's back and forth. Um, um, yeah. Bunny Smith. I'm gonna answer your question, but it's just hard for me to believe. Like, how old are you? Because I just feel like there is a way that you ask a question, and then there's ways that you should not ask it. And I feel like if you're an adult, you should know by now there's a different way for you to ask somebody. If you was out in public, if you walked up to me and you asked me why are you bald without saying something else, because did you even speak when you came in here? If you met me out in public, would you walk up to me and you say, "Why are you bald?" Because if you did, I probably would slap the. Never mind, I wouldn't slap. I wouldn't slap you, but I would tell you to get out my face. Um, yeah, Bunny, just like, how old are you? Yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to answer. If you want to know what the answer is, go all the way. Go, go, go back to the about 10, 15 minutes earlier, and then you can find out yourself. Other than that, none of your business. Yeah, she don't need no answer, child. She don't need no answer. She'll be all right. I'm bald because I won. That's why I am. And then it's like for you to do it like that right there is like, is it gonna change your life or something if you know the answer to that or something? It's like that some of these adults be worse than the than kids do. Yeah, Katie, yeah, that doesn't it it don't bother me, but it is rather irritating when these people are supposed to be adults and they like worse than children. Worse than children. Even my 6 year old know better than to go to just walk up to somebody and just say that. I always say it's not about the question that you ask over here, it's how you ask the question. And if you're doing it in a respectful way, then I'm gonna respectfully answer you and say what it is. I'm gonna answer whatever question it is that you're asking of me. And if it's respectful and you ask the question of me that I don't want to answer, I know how to respectfully say that I don't want to answer that question. But yeah. Mm-mm. Hi Penelope. You look absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Penelope. Thank you for coming through and supporting. Um, so my mission gonna be tonight is to try and put this phone down and close my eyes. Cause let me tell you something, I can be on the phone and just flicking through, flicking through videos all night long, and before I know it, it's 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I'll be done stay woke the whole night. So, being that I have that appointment tomorrow, to get there, and I'm so thankfully it is short. Oh, one thing, Phoenix, I know you be up because I be seeing you come live all times of night. I'll be like, dang, Phoenix be up like me or whatever. But I can tell you, like, absolutely, when you going through chemo, they got a medication for everything. I got I got two medications that I can take that help me go to sleep at nighttime. Never mind. I just feel like once my body catch up with I need rest, it will go to a state of rest. I don't want to take no more medicine. Yeah, I don't want to take any more medicine for me to get to go to sleep or whatever like that. When I actually get tired, I really do. I fall asleep. Um, especially as long as it's not, because sometimes people don't. I'm not gonna say people. I'm gonna say me. There's a time. No, Melissa, I ain't say no, girl. I don't want to stay up with you tonight. No, 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 no. I'm trying to go to sleep. See, what I hate to do is when I go to chemo and I sit there, you ain't got no choice but to sit there and just like be still or whatever. You ain't gotta be still. You can get up and you can move around or whatever. But I don't be wanting to go to sleep. Cause sometimes you could be sitting in chemo and it's always somebody who's sitting in chemo and they just like this. And it's like the weirdest thing ever is like for you to fall asleep and you wake up and there's somebody in there just sitting there staring at you while you sleep. So it's like I ain't comfortable with that. And so like now like when one of my kids or something like that go to sleep with me, I don't mind going to sleep closing my eyes while I'm there. It makes the time go by fast. But right now, like I ain't that interested in sleeping during chemo because I only have to be on the machine for 2 hours now, which is like a breeze compared to before. Before my chemo was anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of chemo. Whew, I'm so glad that that part is gone. So now I'm down to just 2 hours. So yeah, I am not trying to stay up, and but I've had the experience of when you can't go to sleep and you're up, but you also have like an anxiety feeling, like like it's like a scary feeling that's keeping you woke. I've had that before, and that is like the worst of the worst, right? That that is not what I'm experiencing right now. It's just like I'm just not sleepy. I'm not ready to go to sleep. You know how sometimes you can be holding your phone or you could be watching TV or something and you just fall asleep. Sleep is just not falling over me. So that is all. And I really don't try to when if I'm not experiencing any other thing that goes along with it, like an anxiety or a scary feeling or something like that, as long as it's not connected to that, I usually don't try to do anything about me not going to sleep. I just know eventually I'll catch up to it and I'll eventually go to sleep. I will. See, like right now, it's like I'm sitting here and I can feel like I feel like I'm sleepy, but I only feel like that for the moment. And as soon as I get off of here, then I'll be going. I'll get up and start doing everything. Like I done took. Maybe I should start waiting to take a bath uh, after I get off live instead of um, I take my bath and then I come on live. Like y'all can smell me or something. But yeah. Hi Annabelle. Um, I don't know. It's just by the time I come on here and talk to y'all, I feel sleepy. Like I'm gonna go to sleep or something. Once I get off here, and it don't never happen that way. It's like I'm woke all over again once I get off of here. So yeah. But I don't. If nobody has any questions or anything like that, I think that I'm not gonna stay on here that long. Oh, and by the way, too, I forgot to tell y'all when I first came on here and started, I did. I dropped the link, so somebody could have joined this live and talked to me if they if they wanted to. I forgot to say that in the beginning of the live. You know, sometimes some people want to have a conversation with you instead of typing in the chat or whatever. And I forgot to say that in the beginning. I think I need to pick uh nights or days that I'm going to do come on up Phoenix. You already know how it is. You know what you gotta do is you go to my it's posted on my wall. Hey Gamma, how you doing? The link is posted on my wall right now. So if you want to come up and you got a question, just keep in mind that when you hit the link and you come up, it's only one person that can come up at a time. So go ahead and click the link and come on up if you would like to, and let's chat. I'm just kidding. I just have a question about potatoes. Do you know when I get to harvest? What kind of potatoes? I'm doing pretty good, Gamma. Pretty good. Everything is going so different. I got chemo tomorrow, and you see, I got a straight face. I ain't all nervous or feeling sick and stuff that I gotta go, whatever. So Can you harvest without the top? Without the top of the plant going brown? Phoenix. Mm, let me tell you something. This kind of like this be like one of those tricky things to be answered because I'm I'm impatient when I'll be waiting on the potatoes to get done. But that is one of the best indications that your potatoes are done and they got to their full potential. Is that the top of the plant starts to turn brown. And even like there's yeah, let it turn brown. But I asked you what kind it was because if it was a red or yellow potato, you need 3 months, 90 days. Um, and if it's a like an Idaho, a russet potato or something, um, you need you need 6 months for those. So it's according to what you have. But let me tell you something. While I'm just like while I while I'm like cause sometimes I don't wait until it get green until the top start to brown. If you know how long you done planted them in that den and you feel like they ready for yourself, you can harvest them without them going all the way. The worst thing that can happen is that your potato haven't grown as big as it potentially could by leaving it in there uh, until the top of it dies off. Um, that's the only thing is. But if you feel like they've been there for 3 months and you ready, it's your garden, girl. It's your thing. Do what you wanna do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. So whatever it is, however it is that you want to do it, yeah, try it out. If you got more than one that's planted, like you may have buckets of them or something like that right there, then try one of them and see what you get. And maybe you want to like hold off on the rest of them. It's according to what you got going on. Have you watched the new season of Wednesday? I've been obsessed. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Um, but yeah, if you want to try it, Phoenix, then go ahead and try it. Yeah, today I'm looking at the how my sweet potato vines growing all over the place, and I'm like, is they ready? Cause y'all know I don't got that much stuff planted out there in the garden right now, but it's like so it's making me like want to, but you know what? I'm kind of like since I don't got nothing really going on out in the garden right now, it's like kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Even though I be thinking about it all the time, the only thing I really got going on out there, I thought I only had one more watermelon left out there. Lo and behold, my son showed me earlier today that girl, you still got two watermelon back there in the back. So I thought that was done with. I still got two watermelon back there. I still got a bunch of pineapple that's still growing. Some ain't all the way right just yet. Quite a bit of those. Um, I got sweet potatoes, the sunflowers, um, sunflower seeds, and then I got okra up in the front and everything like that. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Some people might be like, "Girl, that's more stuff than what I got." But anyways, that's how it is. But yeah. If there is no more questions or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna be under less than an hour today. But y'all know how I am. Now I be done be saying that, and then the next thing you know, I be done made it an hour and a half. before I get up out of here. But this has been Life with Tashanna, where life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. I really didn't have much to talk about tonight, but I just wanted to come on. I'm trying to like get it to where like maybe every other day or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll get in the swing of things after a while. But we are also known over here as the high class gardeners, and that just means that we make sure that we're growing on the inside, you know, in here, us. We're growing and making sure that we grow something on the outside at all times. The name of the game is to keep growing in both ways. The high class part just means that we don't play around with no bugs, no snakes, no worms, and definitely no frogs. Now, we say we don't play around with those things, but sometimes people show up as those things, and we don't play around with them either. We'll pray for you now, but we ain't gonna play with you. And if you would like to become a high class gardener, then all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you can be alerted when we go live and when we post a new short or something, and hit that like button to show your support. You too, my friend, can be a high class gardener too. And another thing is I'll let you know is you all may not hear me talk about the garden that much or whatever, but I am always here and open to talk anything that got to do with gardening. And if I got an answer for you, I will definitely give you the answers to your question. Ain't nothing changed. It's just I don't be out in my garden right now because the sun is not my friend as I go through chemo. But don't get it twisted. Your girl will go on a whole garden rant if necessary. I love being contagious in that way. So, any questions, don't be afraid to ask those things. You talk about somebody that will enjoy answering any of your questions about the garden, on the things that I do know. But that's my spiel, and thank you all for joining Life with Tashanna, where life is like a box of chocolate. I will see you all tomorrow. Y'all have an amazing night and an even better rest. See y'all later.